90%. That is the number that haunts me. 90% of people who start learning about crypto give up within a few months. They do not fail because the market is rigged. They do not fail because they are not smart enough. They fail because they skip one step, MET. A step so fundamental that without it, everything else eventually collapses. I am going to reveal that step in this video. A step so fundamental that without it, everything else eventually collapses. I am going to reveal that step in this video. If you have watched this entire series, you have more crypto knowledge right now than most people who have been in the space for a year. You understand blockchain, you know how to buy, you know the 5 mistakes that destroy portfolios. You can compare crypto to stocks intelligently. You have a 4-stage learning roadmap. You know 5 strategies that actually work. You can read a chart. You understand the truth about the market. You know whether a course is right for you. And you have seen my honest review of the one I recommend. All of that knowledge is powerful, but knowledge without action is just entertainment. And action without a system is just gambling. Step 1, shift your mindset. This sounds soft, but it is the foundation everything else is built on. What you need now is a system have, a step-by-step process that turns everything you have learned into actual results. Here it is. Crypto is not a lottery ticket. It is not a slot machine. It is a new asset class built on real technology. And the people who succeed in it treat it with the same seriousness they would treat starting a business. They study, they plan, they track, they review. The people who fail treat it like a game, hetero. They chase excitement, follow crowds, and make decisions based on feelings instead of data. Before you invest another dollar, decide which person you are going to be, because that decision determines everything that follows. Step 2, Chem, build your knowledge foundation. You have already started this by watching my series, but I want you to spend at least 2 full weeks deepening that foundation before making any investment decisions. Read the Bitcoin white paper, explore CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko DAO, not to trade, but to understand how the market is organized. Review the concepts from my videos until you can explain them to someone else. If you cannot teach it, you do not truly understand it. Step 3, Tim, start small and boring. Your first real investment should be simple. A small amount into Bitcoin, nothing else. No altcoins, no tokens, no meme coins, just Bitcoin. This is not about making money yet. This is about getting comfortable with the mechanics. Buying, transferring, securing, monitoring. Make your mistakes when they cost you $5, not $5,000. Step 4, Till, develop your written strategy. Choose 1 or 2 strategies from my earlier video co. DCA and Core and Satellite are my recommendations for beginners. Then write down your plan. How much will you invest per week or month? What will you buy? At what price will you take profit? At what point will you cut a loss? A written plan is your armor against emotional decisions. Without it, the first market crash will destroy your discipline. With it, you already know what to do before the crash even happens. And now, Bren, step 5. The step I have been building toward across the last 3 videos. The step that 90% of people skip. The step that determines whether you are still investing 6 months from now, or whether you have quietly walked away and tried to forget the whole thing ever happened. Create an accountability system. I know, you were expecting something more dramatic, something technical, something complicated, but that is exactly why this step is so powerful. It is so simple that people dismiss it. And dismissing it is the most expensive mistake in this entire roadmap. When you invest alone, Rafe, no community, no journal, no one to check in with Kiav, here is what happens. You start strong. The first 2 weeks feel exciting. You are learning, you are investing, you feel like you are finally doing something with your money. Then week 3 hits. The market dips. Your portfolio is red. You have nobody to talk to about it. That little voice in your head starts whispering, maybe this was a mistake. Maybe crypto is not for me. By month 3, you have quietly deleted the exchange app from your phone. But when you have accountability, a community of people on the same journey, a trading journal where you write down every decision and why you made it, Welcome to our weekly review. We'll honestly assess what went right and what went wrong. Everything changes. The community calms you during crashes. The journal reveals patterns in your behavior you would never notice otherwise. The weekly review keeps you engaged even when the market is boring. Accountability is the difference between a temporary hobby and a permanent skill. This is not motivational theory. This is behavioral science. It is why people hire coaches. It is why gyms sell memberships instead of home workout videos. It is why the best course I know includes a community, because the creators understand that information alone is not enough. You need an environment that keeps you in the game. Speaking of which, if you are looking for that kind of structured accountability, the course in my description includes exactly this. It is the closest thing to having a personal crypto mentor that I have found. Affiliate link, no extra cost to you. Step 6:10, never stop learning. The crypto market in January looks completely different from the crypto market in July. Regulations change, technologies evolve, new opportunities emerge. Set aside time every week, even just 30 minutes, to stay current. Review your strategy quarterly. Adjust when the data tells you to, not when your emotions tell you to. 6 steps: mindset, foundation, start small, written strategy, accountability, continuous learning. This is the complete system. Follow it, and you have a better chance of building real wealth in crypto than 90% of the people who enter this space. But before I let you go, Cam, there is one more video left in this series, the final one, and I have saved something for it that I think brings everything together. I am going to reveal my single favorite resource for learning crypto, the one thing I would recommend if I could only recommend one. And the reason I chose it is not what you would expect. It is not the content. It is not the price. It is not the interface. It is a specific feature, something I discovered almost by accident that made the difference between passively consuming information. I found it at a point where I was ready to give up on structured learning altogether. And it changed everything. The final video, the last piece, the one that brings it all together.